they get there and they realize, you know what? We can be ourselves. We have electives. We could, you know what? There's more to life than reading, writing, and arithmetic. Oh, you have shop. You have technology. You have drama.
They're cutting that stuff out, though.
Yeah. But some districts are, because I was just in Farmdale today, and they get great shop. I had to walk right past all of the buildings. They're building podiums for they got in with the shop guy. Head shop is retiring. I just read out they had a dinner for him, and about 25 years ago, he was talking to the head of New York State Parks, and he's like, "Hey, how about we do a thing called From School to Career, where our kids in shop will build lifeguard stands, podiums." What a great idea.
Yeah.
And I think that's such a great idea to show people that I was saying earlier on about Nassau Community College. There's more to school than just reading, writing, and arithmetic.
And that's the thing, is that why are we – not everyone's going to be in that type of field. We should be preparing kids for –
That's right. The trades,
too.
Allied professions, whatever it is. Absolutely.
Well, Chris, they do with North Hempstead, where I work, they take advantage of the Eagle Scout badge. Yeah. And the young people are building bridges. I'm talking about small bridges over streams. Obviously, I'm not talking about...
Well, I saw the town of North Hempstead on the news tonight because of how they're controlling the tick population.
I work right there.
That's right in Newcastle.
Yeah, but the thing is, I feed the feral cats.
Oh.
Okay, I can't lose my job.
Yeah.
when I heard that they were going to put quail, instead of building the condos, which is what this field is set for over 2 years, it's been laying fallow, and the tick population is right next to Magnolia Gardens. Magnolia Gardens is a rent control, for the want of a better expression, for older people. I work right across the street at Yes We Can. I saw the coops in the back, and I said, "Oh, they're raising chickens." And I said, "No." In fact, in the Yes We Can, we have the incubator.
Yeah, they're scheduled. You can watch them if you go to the town.
But we got feral cats.
Yeah. So they'll last a week.
You put a quail in
Here,
the middle
kitty.
and it's going to save me money on the food that I got to buy for the cat.
Because they'll be eating quail for. That's a pretty expensive dinner. They'll be having quail for dinner.
Winner, chicken dinner.
Yeah.
I saw that, and I was like,
you can go to the town. For our listeners, I'll explain. You can go to the Town of North Hempstead website and watch how these quail are incubating. They're scheduled to be born over the weekend, is what they said tonight.
Yeah, but they have coops behind. They already have established quails.
Wow.
They have the coops behind.
And these quails eat ticks.
Right.
And they do a great job of it. They're saying that you won't find ticks in any area where you find quail.
Build the condos. You don't have to worry about it.
But what Dave is saying, the feral cats will have a nice winter chicken dinner of these quail.
And just so you know, I took care of the feral cats in the sense that I've had them all fixed.
Oh.
So these guys are healthy little buggers that want to get a couple of meals a day.
And they're angry, too, because you had them fixed.
Well, we had to talk. I explained to them. I only have a certain amount of money for food, and they understood. But I did everything, but I was like, are you people? And there's other cats in the neighborhood, because unfortunately in the neighborhood in Newcastle it's in a very odd area. It's the back of Westbury. And the feral cats are there until they get squashed and they become splats. But
we have feral cats right here in the parking lot when out here at WHPC in the parking lot. I see them all the time.
All right, I'm dropping a couple of quail off later. No, it's a wonderful idea, but as I always say, it's $1 million ideas with 10-cent minds.
That's like when they had the dogs that were going to get rid of the geese that were pooping.
I trained one, and he was the greatest thing. And then he becomes a docile animal. It just looks at you and go, really? And it's like, no, dude, we're going to watch TV with you. If you guys knew where your tax dollars went, I'm telling you.
I think we hear it right now.
And like I said, I do my best, and then all of a sudden you let out that, you exhale and go, oh, nobody's listening. I mean, another classic example is, I know you're short for time, Ritter's Pond Park. They had a ramp for the goslings to get out, because right now everybody's reproducing. Some mother came by, and there was turtles there, because the turtles sun themselves on the ramp. The mother complained and said, what happens if my son or kid goes after a turtle and falls into the pond? So what happened was they took the ramp out. What happens to the goslings? They can't jump 6 feet.
That was a big story the other day about the ramps. Yeah. I saw that in the news.
I mean, it's just, and I'm standing there going, you people, you eliminate the staircases for no reason whatsoever except for aesthetics, and then you don't realize that goslings, they can't fly.
How about the sea lion that pulled that girl in the water the other day? That was scary.
Yeah.
That was really. Yeah. And how about the man jumping right in who wasn't part of the group? He just jumped right in. That was because that kid would have drowned.
Yep.
That was an amazing thing to do for that person. I mean, I think he was a grandfather too. He was an older gentleman who jumped right in.
Well, I'll let you go, but the funniest thing I once said to a quasi-politician when they were talking about the goslings in the different parks, I said, put snapping turtles in there. You'll have not an issue in the world. Because the snapping turtle wants a chicken dinner.
Yeah.
All of a sudden that gosling comes by, it's gone.
Circle of life.
The circle of life.
All right, Hakuna Matata. All right, there goes Dave from Franklin Square.
Can I ask you a question? All right, so we know how pigs die and how crabs and lobster dies, with the boiling water and stuff like that. So some girl might be serving time, I saw it in the news, for putting her turtle in the microwave and killing it. So,
well, when you put something in the microwave,
I mean that's
you're
different.
doing something on purpose.
Yeah.
There is a premeditation involved.
Yeah,
there.
but the way we kill, I don't know, the way we kill animals, right?
Right.
Should she 15 years old? Should she really be? Facing time for that? I know it's killing an animal, but
right. I
hate to sound.
You know what's comparable though? It's like when you're at the stove and your parents say hot, don't touch, and they do it anyway. Yeah. Well, if the parent says to you, don't put the turtle in the microwave. Don't put the turtle in the microwave.
Exactly.
And what is it?
Don't put your brother in the microwave.
Yeah.
I mean, what's next, right?
Yeah. Don't put the gum in your sister's hair.
Yeah, I heard that story and I'm just like, that's crazy.
And the best way of getting gum out of hair is
peanut butter.
I would say ice.
Oh, I thought it was peanut butter.
Yeah, you got to freeze it. Yeah. Yeah, because that's even the same way. Like, I had gum in my car years ago, and the only time to take it off was in the wintertime because it just comes right off. Yeah. In the summertime, it's like, and now I have it on one of my pavers. I'm like, I gotta wait for a cold night to take some gum off. Otherwise it's gonna be stretch.
Cambridge.
Yeah, exactly. I'm 100 and whatever.
I heard that story. It was just crazy.
Phone lines are open 516-572-7440, 516-572-7440. The girl who put the turtle in the microwave, which sounds like a name of a book, is she special needs or is she?
No. She's not. She just put the turtle in the microwave.
As long as her turtle's name was not Franklin, I'll be all right.
Hey, it's Franklin. Coming over to play.
I tried to take you guys' advice and take the sailing class for Nassau, right, this summer. Yeah. So I took it. So I dropped my karate class. I'm like, karate's not for me.
Oh, so that was the advice from Mark and KJ.
Yeah,
sailing class.
Yeah. So I get an email that the class got canceled because not enough students.
Lack of.
Yeah, want to take.
Was that for the summertime?
For the summertime.
No one wants to go sailing in the summer?
That's what I'm saying. So I had to switch back to my karate.
I got that message too today. I signed up for a summer class. I was going to take Hebrew 2. They can't.
Some jokes write themselves. Hebrew 2 was canceled at Queens College?
Yeah.
I'm like, karate it is.
Why would Hebrew 2 be? Well, I guess summertime. Is there a reason why? Do people go to Israel or something on vacation? For the summertime, go to commune or kibbutz?
So I think I'm going to do Spanish.
There you go. See.
Spanish 1. Si, senor.
You can't. That when you talk about regrets, that's something I wish I had learned Spanish. I know baseball Spanish. I know restaurant from Spanish from playing baseball teams and from working in restaurants, but I don't know Spanish.
Quiero tomar clase de español.
And it really matters. It would have been. I wish. It's like a super. Speaking of foreign, they say that people who speak 3 languages are called trilingual. People who speak 2 languages are called bilingual. People who speak 1 language are called Americans. That's kind of that's kind of how it goes. And so to me, when I see some now, I did speak German fluently, so I used to be able to speak another language, but I do. It's like a super. Speaking another language is almost like a superpower. Hey, you know how to speak it? Speak it. Speak to that guy.
Well, then you got to listen to Hugh Rigger's show.
Yeah, that's right. The
German Hit Parade.
German Hit Parade. Well, I have a funny story about that. When I first launched Piano Man years ago, it actually launched on a Monday, and it was always on Sundays till this past year, but it was launched on Monday. And what they had told Uwe, they were going to have polka and German back to back, but instead Piano Man was there, and he's in the back grumbling about the fact this is 2006. I could tell this story. Grumbling about the fact that he was expecting to have the polka show, and instead he was getting the piano, but he was speaking in German. So I had to go in there and say, you know what? I speak fluent German, and I know what you're saying.
Yeah.
So just so you know.
You said that to him?
Oh yeah. Just so you know.
Gotta let them know.
Yeah, just so you know.
So you and him don't get along too well.
Oh, we don't. That wasn't. He wouldn't remember who I was an hour later, so it wouldn't even matter.
So you saw him at the staff meetings, you wouldn't know who you are.
Would have no idea who I am. Yeah, absolutely. So 5-1, but that also happened to me on my honeymoon. So I was in Ireland for my honeymoon, 1998, so 19 years ago this month actually, and. We stayed in there were two castles we were going to stay in. One was called Dromoland, one was called Ashford, and Ashford was in County Mayo, which is where my family was from. But the travel book said, be careful because at Ashford Castle you may not stay. They built in the 80s. They built an extension, so you'll really be just staying in a luxury extension, but it's not a castle. It's just like a luxury hotel, but it's not a castle. You don't want to be in that park because you're not really staying in the castle. So we get in there, and I had my travel agent made sure, back when people used travel agents, made sure that we had that we were getting the castle, blah, blah, blah. But that day, a German tour group of like 100 was there, and they were getting all the castle rooms. So I go up to the counter, like, hey, we're supposed to have a castle room, and then you give them all the da-da-da, and they're like, oh, sorry, whatever. And then the Germans start speaking in German about me. And I'm like, whoa. It's on now. It's on now. You know, so I turn around like, you who don't think I know how to speak German, blah, blah, blah. And it was 19 years ago, so I spoke perfectly fluent German. I just went off on them. And then they're like, give him that room. let him have a room in the castle. You know. So then we're out at this place called Glendalough in County Wicklow, which is an old monastery, all ruins and grounds. And to make it tourist friendly, they give you almost like a coloring book ditto, you know, to have fun. Oh, go pick flowers. Go look for leprechauns. And these German tourists, young, like early 20s, come over to my wife and I and my family, and they're like, "Excuse me, was is this word here?" And I'm like, "A leprechaun?" They're like, "Yeah." I'm like, "You're in Ireland and you don't know what a leprechaun is?"
No.
So I have to be wearing a Notre Dame shirt on. Like I open up, I'm like, "See this guy?" And then I get like the formation of my feet while doing like the whole thing. Like it's ein kleiner, grüner, großer. It's a kleiner, a small, a little, grüner, magic man. And they're like, "Oh, thank you." I'm like, who goes to Ireland not knowing what a leprechaun is? it's like, excuse me, what's this word? Pizza? Who goes to Italy not knowing what pizza is? You know, it's like, what's this? So I'm like, so now in Ireland, I've spoken German twice. And it was just very funny. 516-572-7440.
Knowing German, how does that translate into?
It helped in the 80s when there were a lot of pop songs like 99 Luftballons.
That's not what I was
Major
asking
Tom.
about. Another language similar to German.
Well, Hebrew?
Yiddish.
Well, Yiddish. I used to... My father... my dad grew up in Upper Manhattan in Inwood, kind of similar to Colin Powell's back. Colin Powell used to tell us they were growing up in Harlem. There's the thing where, and you can give me the words here, where on like the Sabbath and on High Holy Days, where people can't turn on stuff, so they have to have a goy, they have a name for it. Yeah, non-Jew turn on stuff. And Colin Powell did it, and my dad did it. And Colin Powell would work, he worked in a store, and my dad worked in a store, and he would hear people in the back speak, and Colin Powell was always, they never expected this little black kid knew how to speak Yiddish. Yeah. And the boss would send him back there to say, to hear what they were saying. Oh, we're going to pay this, whatever. And Colin Powell was like the little spy who would tell the shopkeeper, oh, they'll pay $9 or whatever it was.
So he learned Yiddish.
Yeah, he learned Yiddish. Colin Powell spoke. And my dad as well, he worked for a guy named Irving, and what we'd call an electric store. It was what we'd call electronic store today, but back in the 40s and 50s, it was an electric store. And Irving would have sent my dad back there, and he could say, and in his Catholic school uniform, because they're like, no kid in a Catholic school uniform could know Yiddish, and my dad would know Yiddish. So that was. But when I worked for 6 years, I worked for a Dutch company. I could read Dutch because it was very similar to German, but it's not pronouncing wise, but reading wise, it was very similar. So.
Did LeBron score more than 28? Do you know?
They probably got him out, right?
No, because I know that if he scored 28 points, he passed Jordan all time on playoff scoring.
Yeah, he got it.
See, that becomes a Jeter thing. Like when they're talking about all-time playoff appearances and runs scored and RBI, whatever. Like Jeter's the top of the list because they've had 3 rounds of playoffs since '95. Yeah. Whereas Joe DiMaggio was 1 round. Yeah. It was just the World Series. You won the American League. The American League didn't have divisions till '69. And you played 1 round. So DiMaggio, Yogi Berra, whoever it was, they just played 1 round. They played the World Series, and that was it. As opposed to Jeter, they got the ALCS, the ALDS. That they got, they had more rounds. 516-572-7440. 516-572-7440. If you have anything you want to know.
Now, during the old rules of baseball, there were league presidents.
Yeah.
And the commissioners. So what happened when you had that trio? What was it like?
Well, the AL and the NL were completely different. And the AL had its own umpires. The American League guys were